What's up, everybody? It is DJ Yoakley here live for YSN. And I'll tell you what, we have a great interview today. A young man that I have absolutely loved, watched grow on the baseball diamond, in the classroom, as well as just on this network. This young man will be, come this June, the first ever four-time All-Star in YSN history in any sport. We are so excited to interview him for what could be the final time as an East Liverpool Potter. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the backstop for the last 4 years, the double nickel himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Evan Tice. What's up, Ev?
Me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you. For you, you and I were talking right before you jumped on here. An up and down season. You'd had some great memories of your senior year on the baseball diamond, but not ultimately the way that you wanted things to go. What for you going into this year? Did you just want to check the box on and essentially make sure that you were able to take away from your East Liverpool legacy?
I mean, I had a lot of goals I wanted to accomplish this year, and I accomplished a lot of them. But the main thing going into this year that I wanted to do was finalize my mark and finish my story at East Liverpool. I told you last year, and I've told you many years to come, that I wanted to leave my mark at East Liverpool. I wanted to be remembered even after I was gone, and I wanted to do something special for not only this school, but this baseball program. And walking away after our last game last night, I can finally say that I left my mark at East Liverpool.
Have the emotions set in yet for you that that's the last game you'll play in Potter Blue?
I don't think they really fully set in yet, but last night was very upsetting. It was sad seeing my fellow kids in my class and my teammates being the last time on the field with them. But like I told you earlier, instead of being more upset about all this, I'm grateful for the experience I had and the opportunities I've had with East Liverpool. And I'm grateful that I can walk away saying that I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish.
When you were a freshman, your whole goal, number one goal, was that you wanted to play D1 baseball. Now, it's a tricky way to get there, okay? So let's talk about how that happened. You commit to Mercyhurst, and then all of a sudden, almost overnight, they become a D1 program for you. Did they tell you? Did they let you in on the secret of, hey, we're going to be going D1? Did that factor in to your decision at all?
During the recruiting process, I had a couple D1 looks here and there, but I never really got nothing major. But I had a couple D2 opportunities that I had, and one of my things was always there were a couple schools that I always wanted to go to, and Mercyhurst was always one of them. So even if I couldn't play Division I baseball getting recruited, it was always I wanted to be a Mercyhurst Laker. And so I committed to Mercyhurst as a Division II powerhouse, and I knew it was a great baseball program, and I wanted to be a part of it. And I saw a tweet the day of that they posted, and there was a rumor going around on Twitter that they were going to transfer the NEC out of the PSAC coming next year. And I didn't believe it. I thought it was just a lie or just a rumor. And then about 30 minutes later, they announced they were moving, and it was like I could have not hit the lottery any better on that.
So for you, you go from a D2 to a D1 prospect, essentially. I still don't understand the fact that more D1s, or more schools in general, weren't looking your way, Evan. So when you look at the recruitment process for you, what were the biggest challenges and obstacles, and what was the sweetest part of the recruitment process? Was it finally signing or something along those lines?
I got overlooked a lot in recruiting. I still got recruited, but some of the schools that I really wanted to get looked at by talked to me, but they just kind of passed up on me, and I thought that was unfair. So end of summer, not really having a ton of offers, I just really put my head down and started working more. And in the fall, I started talking a lot to Coach Spano, which was the head coach at the time. And I told him, I was like, I'll be honest with you. I really want to come to Mercyhurst, and I'll do whatever it takes to get a spot on this team and show you what I have. And so I went in the fall and did a workout with them. And right after the workout, I talked to him. He was like, you got your spot. We'll talk details this week. And then about a week or so later, I committed and I pulled the trigger, and I got my goal I wanted.
To be a scholarship athlete, that's the goal of every single athlete that ever steps foot on a field or a court or anything like that. For you, what would you tell someone that's chasing the same dream you are of being a baseball player at the next level when it comes to scholarships and what it takes to be discovered?
Just to work hard. Everyone knows I'm a hard worker, and to not give up. especially that last summer where I thought I was going to get a lot more than I did. There were times that I put my head down and I really thought that like maybe this is it. There were times I was going to maybe try to go to smaller schools just to like get it all over with. And there are times I really lacked my confidence last summer just because of the recruiting process. But don't give up. If I would have given up, I would have never been able to go to Mercyhurst. And since I didn't give up, I can now say I accomplished my dream.
How did you get through those days that were dark, and the ones that are you're sitting there doubting yourself and your dreams that were planted into your head even before you were a freshman? How did you get through those days, and does it feel like you're fulfilled at this point?
Some of the days were hard last summer, especially after playing games and not hearing nothing. As much as you want to just go sit in your room and lay down and not do anything, those were the days that drove me to push harder myself. Because even at the end of the day, if I didn't get the offer I wanted or the scholarship I wanted, my goal was to, even if I went to a smaller school that I may not have wanted to go to, I still would have showed the other coaches that they missed out on something. And I wanted to show them what they're missing out on. So honestly, those hard days just pushed me harder.
Will you be able to keep that chip on your shoulder that you've had the last 4 years of being a catcher that's kind of been looked over and flies under the radar?
For sure. I feel like always, no matter what, I've got looked over a lot, especially because of my size. And I think that chip's going to always be there on my shoulder because no matter what it is, I'm never satisfied and I always have something to prove. So with these past 4 years getting recruited and playing high school baseball, I always had something to prove. And now I have something even more that I have to look forward to improve, which is being a starter on a college baseball team.
Talk about that support system. I mean, everybody obviously very excited for you, ET, whenever it comes down to your future and obviously what you have to do the next month or so, and then playing some summer ball at Scene and elsewhere. Talk about the support system and what they mean to you and why you're so grateful to have them in your corner.
East Liverpool's been a big support system for me, pushing me and always having my back and stuff. But honestly, there's been a couple people that I can really say have had my back this whole time and have pushed me to never give up and to push me to go harder. One being my family, my parents, my cousins, my uncles, my aunts. All of them have pushed me. They text me before every game. They come support me during my games. And another has been my coaches. Even if they're not my current coaches now, I've had all my coaches texting me, checking in on me, asking how things are going, and keep supporting me throughout the way. So it means a lot to me knowing I have a big team behind my back throughout this whole journey.
What's nice is you're going to stay close here, at least for the time being, at Scene Park. We'll be able to watch you play for athletics, which we are extremely excited to do this summer as one of the partners with Bob Scene Park in the Class B League. But for you, how does the dream change? I mean, you're a goal-oriented person, so how do you keep getting, those dreams and those goals? How do they change from going from high school to going to, Class B and then college?
Well, like I said, the past 2 years or so, I've been an Astro. Last summer, I decided to make the switch to athletics, and Coach Safaldi gave me the chance with athletics, and I'm forever grateful for it. And like I said with East Liverpool, I wanted to leave my mark. And another thing I have going is I want to leave my mark at Bob Scene Park. I want to be remembered throughout all there. I have a pretty good name up at Scene Park already for myself, and I want to finish it and show everybody and be a leader this year. Instead of the past couple years where I've just been grinding and trying to make my name up at that field, I want to leave my name there too. I want to be remembered by all the coaches at Class B too.
When you think about what is to come here in about a month, we have the next rendition of the YSN All-Star Game. You will be the first ever four-time All-Star in the history of your sports network. So for you, why is the All-Star Game so special, and why is it something you always circle your calendar for and excited to be part of?
The YSN All-Star Game is always the highlight of my summer. It's fun getting to play with kids I've played against this year and giving one last final go-around for my school that summer. But this year is going to be very special. So this year in the YSN All-Star Game, it will be the last time I'm wearing an East Liverpool jersey. And another thing that will be special too is I'm the first player to be in it all 4 years. So I'll have kind of a target on my back in a way because I'll be there for all 4 years and I'll be the first kid to do it. So it'll definitely be something that everyone else there will notice and look up to.
With all the chaos that happens during that game, you're finally the veteran that gets to wrap your arm around people and say, hey, listen, it's going to be okay. I'm sure this is just a flash in the pan here. for you, like, is there something special you'd want to do for the All-Star game this year? We've seen celebrations because people are leaving for the military. We've seen people play all 9 positions. What's something that you might want to do, Et?
I don't really know. As much as I hate to say this, I don't really want to make it about myself as much as I do want to make it about myself.
Yeah.
A big thing this year is when I was a freshman playing in the YSN game, I had a bunch of huge names by me, and I was nervous as crap to play in it, and I was a wreck the whole time. So something I really want to focus on this year, instead of making it about me, I want to kind of be that leader for the kids that are there for their first time this year, and the kids that are nervous, I want to be there for them and make them know it's okay, and this is all just for fun. Because, like I said, the past 3 years, this has been the highlight of my summer and my funnest game I've ever played in.
I love it, man. They are always fun. I think the memories that I have of you being part of that game and catching up afterwards is always one of my favorite things to do that entire day. It's my favorite event, just like you, favorite event of the summer, naturally, with the baseball and softball all-star games. All right, man, you're going to college. Any idea on what you're going to study?
Business management. It's kind of been a giveaway for the past couple of years. I've took business classes at the school. My dad owns a business. I started my own business a couple of years ago. I want to take it over and do something with it.
So what's the ultimate goal? I mean, is it going pro? Is it running a business? Is it a little bit of both?
I mean, as every kid's dream, of course, you want to be a pro baseball player. But at the end of the day, I want to finish the Tice legacy in East Liverpool and have my own business and run it.
I love it. You speaking of East Liverpool, I mean, you have been an exemplary Potter. I mean, up and down. You are gritty. You are proud. You are everything it means to be an East Liverpool Potter. For you to wear that jersey one more time, to wear that, what I'm sure it's going to be the blue one. I'm guessing it's going to be the blue one. Just a crazy guess.
You may not have seen the new ones we got.
What'd you get?
It's going to be a secret. We got a couple new jerseys this year, complete different hats. We've had a bunch of different uniform combos, so it's going to be a surprise up until that night.
I saw the Phillies hat, and I got to add that to my collection. I got to admit it. That has got to be part of the YSN DJ Yoakley special, is that blue Phillies hat, man. That is dynamite. Those are fire. For you, I mean, I know you take a lot of pride when you have that Potters across your chest or East Liverpool branded on top of your head. What is it going to mean one last time, and do you think you'll get emotional taking it off?
I mean, I could, but like I said, wearing it one last time is just going to finish my story. I've had a story and a legacy I've built here at East Liverpool, so after the YSN game taking it off one last time, it's just going to finish the story, and then I get to move on to the next chapter of my life and my baseball career.
You're using a lot of wrestling references. Are you going to be the guy that puts your cleats on the home plate and then takes a snap and puts it on Snapchat or Instagram?
I might have to. Like I said, there's a lot of surprises coming for the YSN game. This year, a lot of people didn't notice, and a lot of people did. I had custom painted cleats with ET on the back and custom painted for me. So, not saying I will, but there's a big chance there may be a special pair of cleats that are only worn on the YSN All-Star Game night.
Let's go. That is awesome. I love it, man. Make sure you give those cleats to Mama because she deserves it so much. She's been in your corner. You talked about your family being there. Last question for you, man. For your family, how have they taught you to be not just a better baseball player, but a better young man?
My family's been in my corner this whole time, and they pushed me. I was the youngest in my family till last year. My cousin had a kid. So they pushed me and showed me the ways. My whole family is like business owners and owns their own business, basically. So they've taught me how to be a leader and push everybody around you and how to run things. So that's one thing I always take from them, especially my cousins that are now owning a business, my dad owning a business, my aunt and uncle owning a business. It's kind of like just they've shown me how to be a leader and how to run things and take charge.
Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps for the last time as an East Liverpool Potter, but probably going to catch up with you this summer, ET. We're so happy to have you on the show, to be part of your story. Love the wrestling references. But my friend, your family runs business, but you're standing on business, and you've been doing it for 4 years. We're so proud of you. Congratulations. Mercyhurst and East Liverpool couldn't have a better catcher in you, ET. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to be back right after this on the YSN Power Hour.